You go to bed and think of what you've done.
So you were kind of like a drug dealer.
I was the drug dealer. Yeah, exactly. 100 kids with like chains and all this shit waiting to kill us. So that's how she got her green card.
Right. You were mugged?
Yeah.
What?
Like
what
all
happened? So glad you're here. I have one of my favorite international comedian friends here.
Thank you. Thanks for the disclaimer.
It's Ivan Salas. You're just really funny. I love watching you perform, and I just wanted to bring you here and find out where you grew up.
I'll give you the quick rundown.
Okay.
So, born in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Moved to D.C. when I was 3 years old. Back to Argentina when I was 9, back here when I was 18.
So which one would you consider more, what do you think of your childhood? Which one was like, that's my home?
I would say Argentina for sure, but with like a healthy love of Michael Jordan. Like that's what I feel like I took with me because like I was in the U.S. during the Bulls run in the 90s. So like back to, but
Michael Jordan was America, I think, for a couple
of... He was
of...
America for a while there. Yeah, him, and then later was Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, and just steroids in general.
Yeah.
But I think as a teenager being there, like that's what really makes you like wherever you were 15 years old, that's what you are. I feel like.
Yeah, I went to an arts high school when I was 15 and like I will forever be that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's impossible to shake it.
Yeah, gay kids running around being happy. I'm like, this is my life now.
Gay kid running. Yeah. But yeah, it was weird though, because when I moved back to Argentina, I barely spoke Spanish.
Right.
So everyone like made fun of me. I was a weirdo. There was one thing.
Were you able to pick it up?
Yeah, I picked it up. Like, and also my mom has spent a collective 35 years in the U.S., has never learned English. So that was enough to like keep relatively sharp with Spanish.
Right. So did that ever cause you to be like bullied?
Yeah, all the time. Another thing is when I moved, I had no idea that I had a big nose until I moved to Argentina. Right. The second I got there, they were like, Narion, and like they just made...
Stick around, guys. We are going to reveal the rest of his face at the end of this.
Yeah, exactly. I was also like, the thing is, Argentinians are... They're just cooler than Americans. I can't explain it. So I went there with like all the energy of like, oh, hey guys. And they're like, fuck this guy. What's his deal? So I did get bullied a lot through like the end of middle school. Probably no one more relentless than like my brothers, my older brothers. They would.
Do you remember a specific instance?
Well, yes, I do. So this was actually... It wasn't even in Argentina yet. We're still living in the U.S. And the hit song "What's Going On" by what are they called? The Four Non-Blondes came out.
I don't know that.
It's one that goes like, and I said, hey, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, my brother started singing, and I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey. Ivan is gay. And by the way, my brother's like 11 years older than me. So he was like 17 and I was 6.
It's very inappropriate that we're laughing at this, by the way. It's very inappropriate. It's very wrong.
Times have changed, yeah. But then my other brother, who was 12, thought it was hilarious. He started singing all the time. And then my parents, who were 50, and they would sing it all the time. And I was like, Mom, what the fuck? And she's like, what? It's scotchy. I don't know.
It's the only English I know. Ivan is gay.
Ivan is gay, yeah. So that's how she got her green card. I don't know. I think it's come from a family of 4 siblings. I'm the youngest boy, then a younger sister.
Right.
The youngest boy is always going to be made fun of. And I just think I brought that energy with me everywhere I went, essentially.
Which one of you guys do you think was the biggest troublemaker?
We were all troublemakers in different ways. So my oldest brother was the one who like probably drank a little too much and hung out with the wrong crowd. My next brother just flunked the 10th grade 2 times. So
Twice?
Took him 3 years to get past the 10th grade. And I was like, in the middle of the two
Okay.
somehow. Like, so
Okay.
I smoked and drank and whatever by the time I was like 12,
Right.
13.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. We
Yeah.
start early in
Yeah.
Argentina. I almost flunked the 10th grade. It's a tough year.
Yeah, it is, dude.
It's a tough year for the Salas family. So yeah, it was more like I was very much a slacker in
Right.
school.
Were you cutting class a lot?
All the time, yeah.
Where would you go?
Well, mostly to play soccer.
Okay.
So when I was in 9th grade, I ran for class treasurer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because all of my buddies realized that if we ran for like student council, we could get out of class and say that we were going to go campaign.
Right.
We'll just all play soccer instead.
Right.
But I had to make some appearances. So I had like a jingle,
Mhm.
which I just copied from Mr. Plow.
Yeah.
So, and from The Simpsons.
You didn't
So
want to use the Ivan is gay jingle?
that would get me some, like
Yeah.
10 to 20% of the votes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's,
Yeah.
roughly the population. No, my song was, wow, it was in Spanish, but it roughly translated to I'm the treasurer, and that's my name. My name again is the treasurer. And I got 11 votes.
That's
So, yeah,
awesome.
I lost.
When I was in middle school, our play for student council was there was another kid named Alex. We were the only two in the
Oh.
grade. And he didn't want to win it, and I did, but we were friends. So I was like, just tell everyone it's you, and I'll tell everyone it's me. And that's how I won. That's how I got in.
So you leverage your
Yeah.
lack of popularity.
I did.
To gain
Well,
power.
no, the combined, we both were like
Oh.
kind of mid, but together.
Got it. Wow, you're like the Mitch McConnell
Yeah.
of student body.
Yeah.
No one knows how you got the power, but damn it, you cling.
I do. It's because of Puerto Rican Alex. That's why, yeah.
Puerto Rican Alex. What a man.
He was a hero, man.
What's
was
Puerto Rican Alex up to now?
Haven't talked to him since. I
Man.
got what I needed and left.
Is that just
That's
something
how
you
politics
do? You
works.
just
He was awesome. He was a good kid.
a better kid, apparently.
Was your sister a troublemaker at all?
Yeah, that poor girl growing up. She had 3 older brothers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she didn't like all she wanted to do was play soccer all day.
Yeah.
Like she was very much a tomboy.
Yeah.
And we encouraged it because we don't want a fucking sister. I want a little brother.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. She was definitely like my dad's favorite, of course. She
Mhm.
was like the youngest daughter.
What was your dad like?
My dad was angry. No, he's
I've interviewed people from all over the world. The one thing they have in common is that their father was
Dads
mad.
are angry.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
always angry.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was 6 of us living in like a 1,000 square foot apartment in
Oh, yeah,
Argentina.
that's
so
tiny.
like he was just annoyed all
Yeah.
the time
Yeah.
and like would work crazy hours. I remember once getting a belt to the face, not the buckle side, the other
Right,
side,
right.
like a friendly love
Right,
tap.
right. Do you remember what it was for?
I think it was something dumb, like we only had one TV.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was my time to watch TV. My sister disagreed. My
Yeah.
family sided with her because they always did.
Yeah.
So I just started playing guitar while she was trying to watch TV. And she started crying. My dad was just sick of our bullshit. Hit me with a belt to the face. But he's a lovely man.
Oh, yeah. We all love our
Yeah,
dad.
we all love our angry
Despite the evidence that we all share.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, like once we all moved out of the house, my dad had stopped being angry.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
he's very chill. He likes Facebook and like World War II books like
Mhm.
that.
Is he the one that taught you to smoke and drink at 12?
No, that was my buddy Karim.
Okay.
He was my best friend when I was
Uh-huh.
about 12. He was Saudi Argentinian. His
Mhm.
dad was like from Saudi Arabia and a diplomat.
Oh, cool.
And I remember we were 12 years old, and he shows up with a pack of Camel Crush, which are the
Right.
minty ones,
Uh-huh.
and he's smoking. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
we're kids,
Yeah.
essentially. And he's like, hey, don't knock it till you try it. And that
Mhm.
was the first time I ever heard that term. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, damn, that is sound logic. And the first time I had a cigarette, I had 8 cigarettes.
Oh my God.
And 1 month later was when I started drinking. And it was the same thing.
Yeah.
It was Karim and some friends. They were like, hey, we're going to get together and drink. And I was like, why are we drinking? We're just children. They're like, no, knock until you try. I'm like, damn it. All right.
This seems wrong.
Yeah. And then
get me my oxygen tank.
Exactly. Yeah. I was already like experiencing pulmonary failure. But drinking wasn't cool.
Yeah.
And I had like 7 daiquiris.
Yeah.
I blacked out, and Karim had to like bring me to my parents' place.
Yeah, and they were like, we got to kick you guys out of the Chuck E. Cheese. This is inappropriate.
Exactly, this is a problem. And then I was grounded for like 9 months. I swear to God.
So they found the first time you drank, your parents found out?
Well, it was impossible not to. The room was covered in vomit. So yeah.
I can't wait. What did you vomit on?
I mean, a lot of like
where were you?
He-Man action figure in Argentina.
But it was at your house or your friend's
my apartment.
House? Okay.
So it was the
1,000 square foot apartment.
Exactly.
You thought you could get away with getting
I shared
plastered.
my room with my brother.
Right.
Puked all over the room. My parents woke up and were like, "You're fucked," essentially. And then I didn't drink for like 3 years.
You're right.
I started again. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Do you remember if you lost any good toys that night?
Well, I think my innocence. It's not a toy, but maybe more valuable.
That's got to be a lot of spew, man.
Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, I mean, the thing, I feel like in Argentina, the way things work are.
In Argentina, did you grow up in a big city or a small town?
Yeah, Buenos Aires.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I always like the way I explain Argentina to Americans is like Buenos Aires is like New York and New Jersey, and the rest of the country's like Texas. Essentially,
Right.
That's what it is.
So if you like walked out your apartment, is it like being on the streets of New York?
Yeah, essentially. And I was on like one of the busiest intersections of the city.
Okay.
Where like they were selling all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
like
dudes with gold watches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All of that sort of stuff.
Creepy dudes, and the 9-year-old Ivan would walk by and you're like, "Oh, here's your liquor and cigarettes, Ivan."
Oh, muchas gracias, Señor Gonzalez. Yeah, exactly. It was
our biggest customer, Ivan, is here.
Yeah, I was like the high roller. Yeah. Oh, right this way, Mr. Salas.
To the back of my van, please.
Have you grown? You look taller. But it was also weirdly, that street corner was the main destination for transgendered people in Argentina.
Oh, really?
And like a huge part of like
they must have heard Ivan is gay.
Yeah, they loved it. Yeah. Every time they would just like grab the lighter and be like, another one in the community.
I just picture a population of the gay community in Argentina has Ivan is gay t-shirts
I hope
going
so.
around as they way on Pride Parade and stuff. Do you have any idea why that intersection was like that?
It had a bar, one bar called, I think, El Olmo, which it's a type of tree. I don't know how that has anything to do with it. But yeah, it just became like a gathering spot for.
All that said, I mean, that's a wild community, but also like a lot safer than other communities, I'm sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I never felt safer.
Yeah.
Or like I would go out and come back. I would go out to like 6 a.m, walk back home, and it was just all the gay fellas saying hi, like, how are you, Marcelo? Like, it was great.
Yeah. That's awesome. So your dad was mad. Do you remember the time as a kid he got the most mad at you?
Yeah, this was still in the US, actually. So I was 8 years old. My dad had some sort of test the next day to like get some license. I don't know what it is. He was stressed out. It was only him in the house, and it had snowed, and I was like, hey, Dad, I want to go sledding. He's like, I don't have time for this. Like, no, you can't go sledding. So I sneaked out with 2 buddies with a sled, went sledding. The first time I go down the hill, I smack my head against a rock, start bleeding.
Oh my God, you were bleeding?
Yeah, like
so what happened?
So I was also very foul-mouthed as a kid, worse than I am now. So I was just like, this fucking rock, this is bullshit. I hate this crap. And my dad heard me from like a block away. He was like, this fucking kid. And he had to take me to the hospital.
Yeah. Oh my
I
God.
had to get stitches. We were there for
So you were in the
5
emergency room.
Yeah, full-blown emergency room.
Oh my God.
And I'm pretty sure my dad failed the test. So, like, my idiocy
And that's
affected
why you moved back to Argentina.
yeah, that's right. It was the citizenship test. Yeah. We failed it.
Were your friends okay?
Oh, yeah, they were fine. They
Okay.
just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, you idiot.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
My first job ever, I was 17 years old.
Mhm.
I had just graduated high school, and it was as the accountant's assistant at a senior living home. Yeah, so it was just, but not to bring everything back to Vices, but I'll bring it one more time. My job was accountant assistant plus cigarette distributor. So what that means is like these.
Was this in Argentina?
Yeah, it was in
Okay.
Argentina. So these old people were allowed to smoke 2 cigarettes a day. So they kept the pack of Marlboros in my desk.
So you were kind of like a drug dealer.
I was the drug dealer. Yeah, exactly. And they would line up for me to give them their cigarettes. And some of them would try to like bullshit and go to the back of the line and get another one. And I was like, no, Gustavo. I'm like, you got me today. It was crazy.
How old were you when that happened?
17 years old.
So at that point, you're like, no, these are for me.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, I was like, no, these are for me. Yeah, it was wild, but I did get fired within a month.
Yeah.
I think I cost them some amount of money, like some bill I forgot to pay, and it was like $1,000 fine. And
or they found out you were giving the seniors cigarettes.
that was my job. That was like in the job description.
Really? That's wild.
Not in the description, but they told me that. Yeah.
Did you have a prom, a school dance situation?
Oh my God. Yeah. It's very different.
In Argentina?
In Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot about this. Jesus. So we don't have a prom.
Okay.
We have a party where the seniors rent out a nightclub.
Right. This sounds very similar to my art school prom, probably.
Exactly. Yeah. How was that?
The only thing I remember is after the first 5 minutes, all the kids that like really were there to dance took off their suits and put on sweatsuits and just started grinding and humping the hell out of each other. It was wild.
Well, similar.
Yeah.
So the night starts with the parents actually there. They go to the club and there's like a dinner, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they start doing, what do you call it? Like
the parents, do they sit with their kids?
Yeah. It's like parents and kids. And first there's a dinner at the nightclub.
Okay.
And what do you call it in the US where you're like most likely to blank?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the word, but they put it in the yearbook. Yeah.
So we did the same thing, and this is impossible.
But you do it at the dance, the nightclub?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And the prize I got, it's very hard to translate into English, but it essentially referenced the fact that I masturbated a lot.
What?
Yeah, it was something like Ivan gets it was Mr. Watermelon Truck. The camión de sandías, because he can only unload by hand.
What?
It's a truck. If you have to get watermelons out of a truck, the only way you can do it is with your hands. I guess that's a joke.
So you're not playing a trick on me. This is trying to translate it is playing with you. So
very, very difficult. But yeah, essentially I was like the biggest jack off of the school. My parents were like, what the fuck? And then the parents leave, and we were dressed in like suit and tie, and then we changed the guys into strippers and the girls into like nurses. Yeah. So I kept like my suit pants on and like a little bow tie. We got oiled up.
This is extra hilarious for me because the last guest I had was talking about how something like this happened at a pep rally and it made national news for how wrong it was. And you make it sound like it happened every semester.
I mean, it kind of, like every school had a version of this.
Yeah. So you got oiled up?
I got oiled up and partied and you know, made out with a couple of my classmates, and that was prom, essentially.
Never sending my children to Argentina for
Yeah,
schooling.
don't.
Not for schooling.
I should be clear, Argentina has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of, I always think of Argentina as like 10 years behind the US.
Right.
So this was early 2000s, so we were going wild like someone in the 80s or early,
Right.
like Porky's,
Right,
essentially.
right.
Yeah.
Since you grew up in a city, did you ever see like a mugging or a crime committed or?
Yeah, several to me. I was mugged several times. Yeah.
You were mugged?
Yeah.
What?
Like
what
all
happened?
the time. The year was 2001. My favorite team, Boca Juniors, won this big championship. So me and my brother and some friends went to celebrate. We're there. There's like thousands of people, whatever. We party. And then when we're walking back home, I was like 12 at the time. I had like a hat like for my team and the jersey. And I feel someone take off my hat. And I turn around thinking it's my brother. And it's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And it was not my brother. It was 8 very scary looking dudes.
Yeah.
And they put a knife to my brother's. They don't stab him, but put a knife to his stomach.
How old did you say you were?
I was 12. My brother was like 18, 17.
Okay.
2 of our buddies just ran off. They were super fast. They just ran. It was just me and my brother handing over all our merch.
Right.
And so I essentially,
what kind of idiot robs a 12-year-old and 18? Like, what do they think they're gonna get?
Well, I did have the official jersey,
Okay.
which like was $80, which is a fortune back then in Argentina. And it was also signed by my favorite player. I forgot about this. It was a very devastating loss. And it was winter in Argentina, and then I had to walk back home shirtless. I'm shirtless a lot in this podcast retelling, I'm realizing.
That is wild. Yeah. What happened the other time?
The one thing I'll say is I've always been mugged via knife, never gun. Okay. So, you know, guns are more of an America thing. My best mugging story, I was 14 years old. My mom gives me money to go pick up a pizza 1 block away. I go, I get the pizza, pay, start walking back home. I get stopped by 2 guys, and they're like, give me the pizza. And I start handing it to them.
You're like 12 and they're stealing a pizza.
I'm 12 like, give me the pizza.
I can't believe this.
I know, dude. So I start handing them the pizza, and they're like, what are you doing? We're not going to eat the whole thing. Just 2 slices. So I open it up.
Wait, what? They didn't even want the whole.
They didn't want the whole.
Did they have a knife?
No, it was pre-cut.
No, were they like mugging you?
Oh, yeah. Always a knife.
Not were they going to cut the pizza? I'm not like, did they have a roller?
Yeah, first they put it to my stomach, and then...
So they mugged you with a knife for 2 slices of pizza?
2 slices of pizza. I give it to them. I go back home. No one believes me because I was a chubby little kid. So they're like, you ate the slices. I was like, no, I didn't eat the slices. Like, you fat fuck, you go to bed and think of what you've done. So I didn't get any pizza.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. The pizza bandit of 2001.
And those are the safe gays, just so everyone knows. Yeah, that is crazy. Did you learn to drive in Argentina or America?
Oh, absolutely not.
Did your family have a car?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Just
probably didn't even need one.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I learned in the US when we moved here, and I failed a driving test 3 times. The first one, it was my brother Lucas's fault. I'm driving, he's in the passenger seat. And at one point he says, all right, I'm going to get out. You drive to like the starting line or whatever. And I was like, okay. I drive to the starting line. The instructor walks in and he's like, you're driving alone? You don't have a license. I'm like, oh, my brother's right there. You told him to drive off. Fail. He just failed me immediately.
Instant fail, yeah.
Instant fail. And the next one was just like a very problematic 3-point turn. That one, it got me out. Yeah.
And the third one, you brought your knife, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, there's no.
I'm just eating pizza.
So, what did you spend a lot of your time doing as a kid? Like, what was your favorite hobby?
So it was a lot of soccer. I also played rugby and guitar. Those are like the big 3 things. Soccer, I had tried to get on the high school team for a while,
Mhm.
which should have been really easy because I went to an all-girls school, essentially. So I went to a school which had been an all-girls school. They changed the rules
Yeah.
to let guys in, but there was only like, I don't know, 20 guys
This was in America?
in Argentina.
Okay, in Argentina.
There was only like 20 dudes in my whole grade. A soccer team needs 17 people.
Right.
I didn't make the team. I didn't make the team until like 11th grade.
You must have been so embarrassed.
It was. But you know what's more embarrassing than me getting cut from the team?
What?
Me playing on the team. So I finally make the team. I don't know. Someone got hurt. I think they're like, all right, you're on. And I started one game ever, and the other team scored 9 goals on me.
Were you the goalie?
I was the goalie.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the goalie. 2 of the goals I scored on myself, and the third one was like between my legs. It was like really bad. And at the end of the game, my coach was like, Ivan, I swear to this isn't your fault. We would have lost anyways. We could have replaced you for a chair. It would have been the same thing. So that was the end of my soccer career right there.
So you're a comedian now. Did you have any inkling that you wanted to perform as a kid?
I watched a lot of comedy growing up, a lot of comedy from Argentina as well. And I remember when I was 10 years old, I wrote like a comedy song, like a political comedy song based on like a popular song in Argentina. And like I showed it to my parents. They're like, this is very funny. You didn't write this. I was like, no, I did. Like, oh, come on. You're always lying to us.
Right, yeah.
And that was the end of my comedy career for a while. And then I started again when I was older. But I was always like trying to be the class clown.
Right.
But...
Did you get in trouble for being the class clown at school at all?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I forgot about this. This keeps reminding me of stuff. So when I was 15 in Argentina, there's the way the school would communicate with the parents is that there was this notebook that students weren't allowed to touch. Only like teachers would write notes saying like, your son got a B in this class.
Right.
Parents would have to sign it. It's called the communications notebook. I stole one of my buddies' communication notebook and I wrote, Dear Mrs. Beola, your son was found practicing oral sex on another guy named Nicolas Gropa. This is a very serious concern, please. Anyways, my friend didn't see it. The practice is that every day your parents are asked for the notebook. His mom sees it, like, what the fuck? And he's like, I don't know what they're talking about. I didn't blow Nicolas.
And I didn't do it for 2 slices of pizza either.
Exactly. No, just for fun.
Yeah.
So anyways, the mom complained. Oh, because I also signed it as if I was the school's principal.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously. So the mom complains, the principal finds out, and they're like, we need to find out right now who wrote this. It's such a breach of blah, blah, blah. And I just shut the fuck up. And then they compared everyone's handwriting. And then I have very distinct bad handwriting.
So that's how you were caught.
That's how I was caught. I got suspended 3 days.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you got suspended.
Yeah, just a dumb BJ joke.
Yeah, for telling the truth, too. That's
for telling the truth. You know what you did, Facundo. Yeah.
Was that kid your friend?
Oh, yeah. One of my best friends to this day. It was him and his twin brother were my best friends. It's tough having twin brother best friends because they were also
I had
just
twin
like,
brother friends as well.
Yeah. They're also very good looking. So like whenever we approach girls, I always knew like my best shot was the third most attractive. Because everyone wanted to like be with the twins. So yeah, I feel like that weighs on me to this day.
Right.
Just like the hit to the self-esteem of never being like number one.
Right.
How was it with your twin best friends? How'd you meet them?
They were at the arts high school, very tall, very handsome. By the time I met them, I had a girlfriend, so I didn't have to compare myself in that way. Yeah. Thank you.
Bam.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wait, so could you, and sorry, this might be repetitive, but could you explain what an arts high school is? Like, did you learn any math or?
Yeah. So we had regular classes
Okay.
until 2:30, and then at 2:30 every day you switcch to an
Juggling.
arts major. Yeah. No, actually juggling was during the day because it counted as a gym credit. But it'd be like acting class or improv or whatever, and that would be for 2 hours from 2:30 to 4:30 every day.
That's so cool.
And then you didn't have grades. It was just like a written evaluation from the teacher.
In the art stuff, right?
And everything. Everything. There was no grades.
Like smiley face if you knew how.
There was a form that said like pass, fail, basically, and then there'd be a written evaluation.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of these schools across America? Or?
I have no idea. It's a charter school, which I know there's a lot of charter schools across America, but I don't know how many are performing arts schools.
I just wonder what massive gaps you have in your knowledge. Do you know what the Pythagorean theorem is?
I did at one point.
Oh,
I don't.
no,
Yeah. I've
okay,
heard of that.
Cool.
I was actually the assistant to the math teacher at the arts high school, so I have a third grade knowledge of math.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I actually went to like a charter school in Argentina.
Oh, you did? Were any of the teachers memorable? Rememberable.
There were a lot of memorable teachers. There was the music teacher who he once caught me smoking in the bathroom.
Of course.
And from that point on, he bummed cigarettes from me every day. So that was one thing. One thing that was funny is there was a tension between the teacher and the rest of the students, because if you went up and said, I don't know anything, she would sit you down and call on another student to go up. So all of the students had this pact that if you went up, you would still try to waste the time. So she had to call them. So we would just bullshit for minutes on end. Essentially,
you were filibustering, basically.
Exactly. Like Billy Madison, where it's like we're all dumber for having heard that answer.
That's hilarious. Did any of your schools have like a scandal?
The biggest scandal, it was between our school and another school.
Oh, okay.
So one of my buddies, his name was Agustin. He made out with some other dude's girlfriend. I don't know. The other dude went to another school.
Okay.
And they were a technical school. So that means instead of your artsy stuff, they were learning like carpentry and like mechanics.
These are the people the artsy people marry. That's who these people are.
Yeah. I like your wife, I'm sure,
exactly.
as a mechanic. These were like tough kids, right?
Yeah.
And this kid tells my buddy, like, hey, me and my friends are going to go find you after school one day. We find out about this. Our buddy warns all of us. So we all show up to the school. We're 14 years old.
Yeah.
With like knives and chains, like with a fucking Grease, like John Travolta in Grease. Ready.
And one kid with like a plastic wiffle ball bat.
Exactly. Yeah. That was me.
Yeah.
But also remember, we're an all-girls school.
Right.
So we're just like 20 dudes with like little fucking Swiss Army knives. The end of school shows up. I swear to God, Alex, there was like 60 to 100 kids with like chains and all this shit waiting to kill us.
They were going to kill you?
Dude, I swear to God.
Oh my God.
And so the principal sees this one, you know, the one who wrote my friend was sucking the other guy's principal sees this, doesn't let us get out of the school, calls the cops, and we're escorted back home like individually.
Oh my God.
It was fucking insane.
That's wild.
By the way, Argentina is a very safe place. So my high school years in Argentina happened during one of the toughest, like I said, like the Great Depression of Argentina, where shit got wild. Nowadays, go to Argentina, have fun.
We're going to cut that whole part out, but
it's a lovely city, lovely country.
We're going to cut that out as well. No, Argentina sounds awesome. I'd love to go sometime.
The other day,
just waiting to get my gun.
A buddy of mine, like said something about Argentina, which was so obviously wrong, and I was like, what do you think Argentina is? And he said, I don't know, like Breaking Bad with taller Mexicans. Everything about that sentence is wrong.
Yeah, that's so wrong. Well, we've run out of time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I had so much fun. I could do another one of these.
I know.
So when I wrap things up, I ask the same 3 questions every time.
All right, let's do it.
Is there one memory from your childhood that you think of that, like, that's a happy memory?
No. No, I'm kidding. I think
That's why he's a comedian.
That's right. I think the happiest memory as a kid, it wasn't even as a kid. It was like when I was 17, I left Argentina permanently.
That's the memory.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the memory. No, but after a year, I went back to Argentina and saw all my friends for the first time. And like, I don't know, I feel like that first year in the US was so tough that like seeing them again was like the happiest
That's awesome.
thing I kind of remember.
So friendship.
Friendship.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll be friends.
Hopefully, and I'll miss you.
Second question. If you could go back and give little Ivan some advice, one sentence of advice, what would it be?
If someone offers you cigarettes, just say no. But also, there was this bully once who I punched. He was a bully. My dad said, next time he approaches you, punch him in the face. So I did that. Then he kicked the shit out of me. I would say.
And your dad was like, exactly what I wanted.
It's perfect. So my advice would be, don't listen to dad.
And then last question, I always ask everyone before they come what their favorite snack was as a child. You said cigarettes, but you also said Nerds candy.
Yeah. Nerds.
So I actually have Nerds candy.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's for you.
Shit. That's a big box too. That's a meaty one.
Cheers some. Normally we cheers it, but that's so tiny. I don't know how we could do it.
Well,
we could try.
Dude, let's do it. All right, lift tab. See, I was broke, so I always have the tiny ones.
This is the tiny size, but the American version.
Take a single one.
There we go. Cheers. Head to gladpod.com for more podcasts or to support us on Patreon. Either way, I am so glad that you were here.